We can prove that he got dog and monkey DNA, and we know dogs and monkeys can't have sex with each other, let alone you, and reproduce, and you have a disease that only animals that get genetically engineered get. Nigga, you've been genetically engineered. Ain't no African evolved into no motherfucking white man. So when people say you can't get a black person from two white people, you can get a no the fuck you can't get a white person from two black people. You can get an albino. An albino is still 100% Homo sapien, which is African. It's not 93% Homo sapien and 7% Neanderthal. It's just an African with no melanin. That's right. An albino has one gene that's turned off. It's called the OCA2 gene. Every other gene in an albino is operated. The OCA, I'm gonna go off in this in my lecture tomorrow. But the European is another motherfucker. So I don't give a fuck where you say he come from. The evolution got to go though. I don't give a fuck if you say he came out the water, aliens made it, nigga, he fell out the ground. I don't give a fuck where we can. I don't give a fuck where we say he came from. As long as we can establish a foundation of separation. Period. We are not the same. We are not the same people. That's a fact. That's all the way around, and they know that.
Can we please, okay. Can we please establish, because I'm so tired of hearing people, everybody from my mom to just people I, went to school with and stuff saying, oh, we're all mixed up anyway. They wasn't raping everybody on the plantation. That's not even possible for everybody to, have that much in them to be considered mixed, because they were raping, but it wasn't too, and also with the reproduction rate, the way it was.
Raping everybody.
Yeah, but I'm saying that not everybody was producing from being raped. That's what I mean. They weren't reproducing from being raped on the plantation.
That's what I call a coon's cry for help. Because a white person DNA cannot override.
Yeah, I'm not knocking that much. I got it mixed up.
You cannot be mixed with Caucasian. Only thing you can do is give birth to a child that is no longer connected to its original bloodline roots. Period. Because even with that, if somebody say you mix with Caucasian, right? Then that's what I call nigga science. See, that's not science. That's what I call nigga science. Because you gotta ask them, right? Who do you get the majority of your genes from? Because you get your genes from your mom. On average, a black man, I'm not talking about nobody else. The black man on average has 5 mitochondrial genes, maximum, on average. The black woman has on average, minimum, 200,000. So if you was to give your child all the genes you have, you only donated 5 mitochondrial DNA. Your mother would then give the rest of hers, which would be 195,995,000 genes. So you can get most of your genetic material and your bloodline is carried from your mother. So now this plays a part, because now we have to say, did a black man have a baby with a white woman? Because now that child comes out on the European side. If the black woman had a child by a white man, now that child comes out on the African side. Excuse me. So with that being said, when we're dealing with the overriding of genes, the European gene, his genome can never override ours. All it can do is displace us from our bloodline. So if you have a black mom and you're a mulatto, lucky you. If you have a white mom and you're a mulatto, you kind of out the loop now. So with that being said, this is why they say you're loyal to your mother, because it's fact, genetically, your DNA has its own level of intelligence to survive. Your DNA knows this is who I'm related to, and this is who I must, interact with in order so that I can carry myself on. So this is why, if you notice, the white man never impregnates a mulatto race of people through the black woman. They always give their women to the black man, because they know the child is going to come out with their bloodline and be loyal to them. So even 94% of the European race is Rh positive. This is why they start making them damn, this is why they put it in that Bible, because this wasn't always in the Bible when you do the research. You can't have sex until you marry, and you're not going to have a child till you marry. And today you get married under the license of the state. But back then it was the slave master. Because black people was reproducing children like it wasn't nothing. White people wasn't having no goddamn kids back then. So they infused it in the Bible to regulate our level of sexual reproduction, because they couldn't match us. So you get a little mulatto here and there. That's why they treated mulattoes so goddamn good, because they was real. So they say, oh, you come out light skinned, you better than these motherfuckers. If you do the statistics on how many mulattoes was produced during slavery versus Africans, we gonna smash their ass 50-2.
Okay, well, can you go over the logic? Because a lot of people.
I'm so sorry not to interrupt.
They're talking about I lost my land. You wasn't here. You only been here for like 600 years. Let's be truthful now. The Indian that you see today, when they motherfuckers lost their land? Christopher Columbus and them did
1942.
1492. Amerigo Vespucci came over here in 1499. That's about 600 years. You only gonna live for 600 years. We a billion-year-old plus organism. But nigga, what land do you have? You the new goldfish in the tank. That being said, y'all gonna have to question Seti to death. I gotta go to the bath.
I was just about to go.
Well, real quick before we start getting into the deep stuff, I have a homeboy who lives in another state who is like a huge follower. I don't even like to use the word follower, but of what you're doing and whatnot. Can you just give him like a quick little shout out? He goes by Pharaoh Amen, but his name's Nehemiah.
What's his name? Pharaoh, man. Black power, God. What's power?
Black power. Thank you.
Supporting us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
Give me some fire out there, y'all. Come on.
Can't go nowhere. No, I'm just playing. Alright, so anyway. From about, basically, shit, elaborate on it, nigga. Come here, nigga, you're lying. That's right. But, I'm going into my shelf now. My mental shelf. From about, because it's earlier than they say, from about 600. That's about 7th century AD, all the way to this very day, because there's still real life slaves over there today. Don't believe me, go find out. That's right. But that being said, they would snatch the African girls and put them in harems. H-E-R-E-M. If you don't know what a harem is like basically the first manifestation of a whorehouse. Right. They would take the girls from 8 years old all the way up. That's why Muslims still to this day believe you can marry young girls as soon as they get their period. You know what I mean? They would take the young girls, put them in a harem house, do what they do with them. It was as much as like 30 girls in each house, and they was using them children, you know what I mean, because when you're dealing with slavery, you gotta remember, the children is to be the next slaves. So the girls in the harem house was like breeders, you know what I'm saying? These who we using to keep our livestock up. But they was really, what they was doing was, once Egypt fully fell, remember, the crackers is in Egypt at this time, and niggas was basically migrating, they was catching the stragglers and grabbing them and saying, you coming to Saudi Arabia. So they was enslaving motherfuckers. So you was a boy, I think it was 8 years old or 13, one of the two. When you get one of them ages, they automatically castrate your ass. So if you wasn't a breeder, they cutting your penis off. They still doing that to people to this very day. I got a lecture me and Seti did, the hidden history, psychology, and truth about slavery, where I show they got a motherfucker hanging upside.
Because one of the hardest things that I've faced when trying to do things in my black communities, especially around people my age, is the fact that it's not that I'm young, it's that I'm a woman. Like, I literally had a brother saying the exact same things I would say, and it's just like, oh, yes, yes, yes. But when I say, oh, you're radical, you're too much, we do Blanty Blue.
Let me in, though. I'm gonna let this guy. Let me tell y'all something. Listen, man, ain't no motherfucking right answer right now. I believe that we so far in the hole, like motherfuckers come up with an economic plan. Motherfuckers come up with an educational plan. I don't believe no plan better than bossing up on this peck of wood. Taking our shit. I'm not gonna nickel and dime with no motherfucker. I'm not. We'll boss up on we'll boss up on each other. For, if a motherfucker owe you $200, you know what to do. You'll be on the phone all motherfucking day calling that motherfucker. You be ready, lock and load, go ride on the motherfucker. This cracker owe you the world. You won't even raise a fuck. You won't even throw up a middle finger to the cracker.
And see, I offered everything from the campus has self-defense classes, but getting knowing like our gun laws and stuff, getting armed up, actually training and stuff, but and then they wait and
Let me ask you a question. Are you trying to do your work? I got you, because I want to answer that brother too. Are you trying to do your work around the campus?
No, so everything I set up was always off campus, but the people's minds were attached to the campus, and that was the major part.
I'm about to say, see, my thing is, your problem, not saying your problem, but your problem, for the lack of a better word, is stop trying to help motherfuckers. See, y'all might think I help y'all. I don't help y'all. I just put the shit on the table. I don't see you gonna be stressed out trying to give a motherfucker a hug and be mad they don't hug you back. You mad your arm's tired. Bitch, I ain't trying to hug you. So with that being said, you gotta, this sound crazy, I'm telling you. Real shit. You can't try to help people. Cause the first law, when you say I'm a God, right? The first law that understand you your own authority figure. I can't help you. I can give you the book all day. That don't mean you gonna read it. I can tell you the answer on the test. That don't mean you gonna circle the right one. So you can't allow stress to manifest in you because you have a passion to help people more than they got a passion to help themselves.
That's right.
Why you think I still look motherfucking? Listen, I'll tell you right now, I know about cloning, hybrids, aliens, atoms, CERN machine, niggas gonna say I'm crazy, but I know about this shit. But you know what keep me sane? Cause I don't give a fuck if you don't know about this shit. I do. I'll tell you. You alright, you didn't want it, fine, bitch. I got it. I got it. So with that being said, you can't overexert yourself because it's not your